Arriving today is love with no bounds or doubts. This is a good day. That's a haiku for this week. Watch it, it's going to show up. Real love with no bounds or doubts, and it will be a good day, no doubt about it. The Ching for the week of March 13th, 2017, number 18, Gu. Decay, corruption, repair. That's in the perfect order of things, you know. Above is Jen, the quiet mountain, unshakable and steady. Below is Sun, the root, standing on a firm platform to achieve a slow and nourishing penetration into the heart of the matter. The wisdom, all things change. The root of the situation is in decay. This is in the natural order, no blame, no fear. To initiate what has been damaged in life and your heart and soul is of the first inhuman instinct to move, to start that repair. You have in the past looked for and often found the elixir, what will soothe the pain, what will heal the wounding. We're living in different times, changed in many ways for the better, but these changes or adjustments for survival have drastically altered our normal patterns. The old ways and patterns of behavior and action are no longer effective as they used to be. All the beings on earth are shedding skins. Liberating from things that no longer work. As you shed, you're being made more sensitive and more conscious and more vulnerable, and vulnerability is a key. It's scary to be vulnerable. Scary to admit what you hear. You hear the voice that someone says, God, man, I see you're scared. I see you're arrogant. And you fight and you fight and you fight. Not to have that vulnerability scare you, but let it in. Listen to it. It can be dangerous, but it's also a time of great opportunity. Take a look at the foundation of your creations, of your associations, your relationships. See if it's real. And look and see if there is some hidden decay beginning to eat away at what you've built and worked for. By doing a diligent survey of body, mind, and the foundation of your consciousness, you will be able to identify a weak link if it's there, a corruption that might be at the foundation of your ways of thinking, things that are to be repaired, things that are to be renewed. That's what happens. You got into the road and onto the road of survival. That's where we're headed. We're changing our way of thinking, you see. As we are diligent, surveying the body and the mind and the foundation, we find stuff that needs to be fixed. Now, as a collective, we are presented with a two-sided coin. On one side is survival. And just flip the coin. That survival is dependent on reevaluating and changing the way that you think. The way that you pray, the way that you plan, the way that you meditate, the way you do your practice, the way that you initiate change in your heart and core. The formulas and patterns that have been your survival tools are no longer in harmony with the dynamic change that is flowing in, flowing around, flowing through you. There's a great work before you, a path you've dreamed of and desired. The key to unlock the gates of your abundance is held by you. The key to unlock the loneliness, to let love in, is held by you. Unlock the gate. How? Face the fear and the doubt. Admit that it's there. And the elixir is gratitude. That feeling that you're being thwarted in your attempts to move forward and finding completion is real. It's not an invention of the mind, nor is it the ego trying to dissuade you from success. The angst and fear is created an acid-like burning in your gut or behind your eyes, This inner disturbance that wakes you in the early mornings of the morning before the sun has risen, and the distraction in your daily routine, it's coming, and it's a signal that the benefit now is to call on your resources to access those hidden places where there is decay or weakness in your matrix. Now is the time to build a plan of reconstruction. Reconstruct it. Sometimes you got to take it apart. You put it back together. Having a plan, it's vital. In the original text of the oracle, the Ching, the ideograms for this hexagram indicate to wait 3 days before you make any move to repair the decaying components. The reference to 3 days indicates a period of contemplation, meditation, and concentration. This is sage advice, as the weirdness of what's going on is not like any other time. Have you noticed? Normally, when we spot something that is out of order, our first thought is to move in quickly and fix it. In this situation would not be a benefit, as things now are not normal. They are, in fact, strange, rather strange. If you move too quickly, you'll glide over the fine points that need attention. If you move too rapidly to get out of the discomfort zone of disrepair, you are more than likely to miss seeing the root of the corruption. Maybe an idea that has been corrupted, or it may be that a person or agreement woven into the fabric of your plan has been tainted by greed, by infatuation, or it may be staying in some old stale patterns that once were useful, no doubt about that, but now they're out of date. They're out of time. They've run it. Their expiration date has come up. That happens in relationships, It happens in friendships, happens in work, happens in business. Whatever the case, the call now is to move as a spiritual and fully conscious warrior into the heart of the matter. Yeah, moving into the heart of the matter, that's the move. You move fully conscious as a spiritual warrior into the heart to thoroughly look to your own actions, not blame others. Look to your own actions. And you'll see that you're not being spurred on by fear, avarice, or greed. You're moving into a time of reconstruction, of rooting out the decay. Note well that 3 days is but a metaphor for slowing down, going into contemplation, taking stock, and being mindful of your every move. You'll find this is not tedious. It will be satisfying and liberating. As in this state of mindfulness, you will see the mysteries of your place in the whole. And here you will unlock your innate wisdom and find the joyous rhythm of knowing we are all one. Astronauts who went high above the Earth to see this magnificent planet saw no borders, saw no walls. They only saw a unity of all, the unity of the waters, of the land, unity of people, and could therein sense the strength and beneficent power of Gaia, the goddess frequency that binds us all together in a collective consciousness. The realization that we, as Earth's community, are one magnificent organism, living in harmony with all, if we get out of the way and let it happen. And that's what these times are about. We talk about coming into a new golden age, a new Earth, capital N, capital E, a new Earth, a new time for us to come together, to come to look at the consciousness on the planet, the Earth, the ecology, the oceans and the waters. And as we put our love to ourselves, and we put it to our community and our tribe, we put it to the Earth herself. Now it's imperative not to jump in too fast, to really look, to root out this decay, Take your time. Open your heart. When you find that aspect of your situation that brings up fears, doubts, or shame, then you've hit on it. You've come to the place where you need to address the present decay. Go in for repair at this point. Go slowly. As you look, it will tell of a change or of an approach or a new way of thinking. It may mean rooting out people or situations that are not in harmony with your truth. This is the action that brings change for the better, which places you right where you need to be to work for your own clarity and for progress in your relationships, in your relationship with yourself, with your tribe, with your associates. Everything that manifests as reality begins as a thought form. So in a very real sense, you are what you think. You are what you think. Do not fear admitting that some perceptions have been incorrect. This process is not about judging yourself. To the contrary, you only have to admit this to yourself as you move forward. Don't worry about timing. You're right on time. As you take time to correct your habitual thinking and move forward, loving yourself every step of the way. Be unrelentingly honest with yourself about your recent behavior and ways of thinking. Look at the problems of the past and how your patterned thoughts, negative habits, and fears have held you back and placed a burden on others, causing them to be miserable or bitter. What have you done to others, man? Look, correct it. You have a window of opportunity now to recognize these attitudes, replace them with positive ideas and actions. The call to freedom is right on time now. Timing and consideration are the utmost importance, as this cycle will soon end and a new one will begin. Look into the past. Examine what has led you to this period of dissolution. Liberate negative emotions. Liberate them by simple actions, acknowledging them and acknowledging the truth. Change your inner attitude. That's what does repair. A great and joyous transformation awaits you. Do not let the greatness of what lies ahead daunt you, because it is great, or cause you to stop because you're afraid of failure. Or are you afraid of success? Are you afraid it's going to change you? You won't know how to handle it. To make your foundation strong and make it steady at this important juncture, which is where we are, look to what led you here. From this advantage in this point, you can see clearly where you've diverted from the path of authenticity, the path of your truth, not someone else's. You're not living for somebody else. You're living for you. Then, apply the antidote. The greatest curative is an open heart, a place where your thoughts have no judgment or blame, no blame of self, no blame of others. This is the place of compassion. And when those little fiends of negativity or doubt appear, and they will, recognize them, take a deep breath, and then, on an exhalation, let them go by using focused intent. You can do it. In this action, you'll be liberating negative emotions, sending them back to the light of conscious awareness to be recycled and to come back to feed the world. You may have to repeat this action until you feel a release, but it will work. And when you do this, you'll be free to give and to receive love, to receive abundance. As you proceed on your path towards bliss, consciousness, accomplishment, and abundance in all things. Note well, you do not have to come to a full stop in your life to accomplish the tasks before you. Proceed with your work and take time to play and go for adventure. Do something you've never done before while you're in this. Shake it up. Make time for finding yourself in joy. Dance with life and dance with love as the full and magnificent galactic universe is playing the tune. And all you have to do is find your stillness every day and act with dignity as you listen for the wise words of your inner teachers. These teachings that you have unleashed by your commitment and intent to remove what has spoiled and no longer serves you. Yeah, sounds like magic? Well, not really. It's process. And you're in it. We're in it together. You're not alone. You know, sometimes you feel alone, you feel lonely, but you're not. Open up to it in stillness. Speak truth. That one that shares the bed, the one that shares the room, the one that shares the car, the one that you see on the road who you know so well. Share it with them. These are magnificent times and they're powerful. If there's a bad apple, take it out and then move on. What do you do with the bad apple? You turn it into compost so the tree will grow even better. What a week is coming, so prepare yourself. It's good, and it's work. Be love and teach peace. And make love, not war. Get that message across to the young people, the old people trying to corrupt the nation, the world, a society. To be love and to teach peace, and we can do it. Arriving today is love with no bounds or doubts. This is a good day. Namaste, my brothers. Namaste, my sisters. In Lakesh Alakin, I am the other you. And I like it that way. Love the one you're with. Namaste, my sisters. Namaste, my brothers. Announcement's going to go out about a workshop, 2-day seminar in the UK, outside of London, a place called Tyringham Hall, beautiful place. I'm going to be teaching these 2 days with Daniel Pinchbeck, you've heard me talk about. He's a writer and a futurist and a philosopher. The information's going to come, and if you can make it, be great to see you there. Also, my brother Kai Pacha is having an astro-spiritual festival in Costa Rica in May as well. I wish I could be at both, but I can't. But take a look at his website and take a look at that. That's going to be a worthwhile time. It'll be a rockin' time. I know Kai Pacha, man. Hey, have a great week. And you know what? I am the other you. And I like it that way. I love you. Thanks for everything, Vanessa. You keep this world together, my girl. Thank you.